जनकपुर 97 megahertz. It's me, Sarvajit Kumar Jha, and I teach you English subject of grade 8. Those students who have just passed class 7 and want to get admitted in class 8 this year will be benefited from these classes, especially this class. So as I promised you yesterday, from today I am going to teach you the textbook of grade 8 so that you will get benefit in the future days. Let's start, dear students. Today we will start the first unit and the first page. The name of this unit is travelogue. Do you know what does travelogue mean? Dear student, travelogue means a description about any journey, especially it is filmed or narrated later on. Such description about any journey is called travelogue. So this unit deals with the topics related to journey and traveling. Here I have written the meaning of travelogue, description about traveling. You can see and you can memorize. I would like to inform you that all of you grade 8 students can listen me live at 3:30 p.m. sharp, and you can also watch me on the Facebook and Twitter page of Radio Janakpur. Let's start. So here travelogue means description about traveling. Now I would like to read the first question on the first page. There are many tourist attractions in Nepal. There are so many tourist attractions in Nepal. That's why Nepal is called a tourist country, and so many tourists from the whole world, they come to visit Nepal. Some places in Nepal, they are famous for natural beauty. Some places in Nepal, they are famous for their religious importances, and some places in Nepal, they are famous for their historical importances. So first number question says that have you ever visited such places in Nepal in your holidays? Then make a list of those countries which you have visited or those countries which you want to visit in your holidays. A table is given there with 3 columns and 3 rows. So in first column there is written naturally beautiful places. There is written naturally beautiful places, and in the same way in the second column there is written places of historical importance, and in the same way there is in the third column there is written places of religious importance. So in the first column you have to write some places you would like to visit in your future days in your holiday which are naturally beautiful. For example, you can write the name of Ilam, Pokhara, Lamjung, Palpa. These are naturally beautiful places in Nepal. Those places which are rich in natural beauty, they are called naturally beautiful places. And Ilam, Pokhara, these are very popular naturally beautiful places in Nepal. If we talk general, then almost all parts of Nepal is considered as naturally beautiful places. all places of Nepal, they are considered as naturally beautiful places, but we can't write every place's name. We have to write either 5 or 6 names in the first column which are naturally beautiful and which you would like to visit in your future days. In second column, you have to write those places name which have historical importance. Many places in Nepal, they have historical importance. For example, Kathmandu, the capital city of Nepal, Bhaktapur, Lalitpur, Gorkha. These are the places which are famous for their historical importance. Now, in third column, you have to write the places of religious importance. Some places which are famous for their religious importances, they are Janakpur, where we live. Janakpur is also very much popular in terms of religious importance. In the same way, Lumbini, you can say, Lumbini is also very much popular in terms of religious importance. Muktinath, Ruru Kshetra, these are some places which have got religious importance. So you have to fill up the table given in the first page in our book in first unit, and after you finish this table, you complete this table, you have to go to second number question. In that second number, the question says that what table you have prepared just now, that table you should share with your friends. Dear students, this can't be possible right now because I think you all are all alone at your home. This is the period of lockdown, and that's why your friends are not with you, and that's why this task cannot be completed. But second question includes another task too. And what is that task? You have to write down the place's name which you have visited so far in your holidays. Suppose that you have visited any place in your holiday, you have to make the list of such places. For example, I have visited Jiri, I have visited Dolkha district, Palpa, Birganj, Pokhara. So these places I can list down in second number. In the same way, you have to list down, you have to note down, you have to make a list of those places which you have visited so far. Now, in 3 number question, there are 3 pictures given. You have to name those 3 pictures. First picture is the picture of a temple, so you have to write the name temple there. Second picture is the picture of Singha Darbar, and third picture is the picture of Mount Everest. Though the pictures are not very much clear, but also we have to guess the picture's name, so we can guess by ourselves. Now, in number B, there is a text. We can say there is a passage which we have to read, and after reading the passage, we have to deal with different questions, fill in the blanks, match the followings, etc. So dear students, let's talk about that passage. That text name is A Memorable Journey from Tarai to Hill. This topic means that the writer has visited a place in the hills of Nepal. Hills is situated in the middle part of Nepal between Tarai and mountain region, and it is a memorable journey, means this journey comes time and again in the memory of the writer. That's why the writer has given the title A Memorable Journey. From Tarai to Hills means the writer is from Tarai. From where? From Birganj. The writer is from Birganj, and she has travelled with her family to Gholegaon in Lamjung. Gholegaon in Lamjung is in hills of Nepal, and Birganj, you all know that it is in Tarai of Nepal. That's why the title of the text is A Memorable Journey from Tarai to Hill. So let's start this lesson. I will conclude the lesson in short, and you please try to listen to me carefully and try to understand what I say you about the passage. If you have book with you, you can read out the book slowly, and at the same time you should listen me so that you can understand very well the text. Dear student, the writer of this passage had heard that Gholegaon in Lamjung district is a very popular place, is a very beautiful place, and the writer had thought that someday she would visit Gholegaon in Lamjung. What happened? The writer's luck favored her, and their parents made a plan to visit Gholegaon in Lamjung in one holiday. The writer became glad. Why? Because her dream came true. She had thought to visit Gholegaon in Lamjung, and this time, due to her parents, she was able to visit, or her dream was going to be true. So this journey was for 5 days. They all started their journey. I must tell you that the writer and her parents, they lived in Birganj, and they were traveling to Gholegaon in Lamjung for 5 days. There were 3 members in the journey: the writer, her father, and her mother. When they started their journey, it was the first time the writer had visited hills, and that made the lasting impression, long-lasting impression in the mind of the writer. So when they were moving through the green hills, the beautiful scenery appealed to the writer. That means the beautiful scenery of the hills, of the green forest, attracted the writer towards them, towards it, and the scenes were so beautiful that still those scenes flash in the memory of the writer. They spent a night at a hotel in Besi Shahar, and early next morning they started their journey on foot. The writer felt very difficult to walk in the hills. Why? Because we all know that people from Tarai region, they always walk in the plain lands. But in hills, one has to walk ups and downs in the hills. That's why the writer felt very much difficult while walking. When her father realized that the writer was facing problems, difficulties to work, he told his family to have some rest, and they stopped, they paused. They did not stop but paused for some time at Baglung Pani. They took some rest at Chautara and they had a cold drink also. After that, they enjoyed the beautiful scenery and they walked ahead. Her father pointed his finger towards a beautiful village with clustered houses. Dear students, clustered houses means houses situated together in group. Such clustered houses were there in Gholegaon, and writer's father showed that village to the writer and asked, "Do you like that village?" The writer replied, "Yes." That village looked like picturesque village. Do you know picturesque? Picturesque means looking like picture. Dear students, I would like to stop you for a while, for a second. I have brought something for you. It is a teaching material I would like to show you. This teaching material I have prepared for you to make you understand easily about the difficult words and their meaning of this lesson. Dear students, I have written some words which will be appeared or which will appear in the passage below and their meanings as well. Here is travelogue. You can see travelogue is the name of the unit, and which means description about traveling. Travelogue means description about traveling. Then another word which I feel that will be difficult for you is memorable. Memorable means worthy to be remembered, valuable to be remembered, worthy to be remembered. Something which is remembered time and again is called memorable. Another is journey. Journey means trip, traveling. A piece of traveling or trip is called journey. Another is homestay. Homestay is the word which means residence with the business of accommodating paying guests. Such houses in naturally beautiful places, places with religious importance and places with historical importance, some houses are built with the purpose of accommodating paying guests, visitors, tourists. Such houses are called homestay. Next word is countryside. You know, countryside means village. And next word is scenery. Scenery means view, scene. You might have heard scene of movie. Scene of movie means view of movie. Scenery. Scene or view. Another word is appeal. Appeal means to be attractive. Appeal means to be attractive. So, Ghalegaon appealed the writer. Ghalegaon was attractive to the writer. Next word is immediately. Immediately. Immediately means without delay. Instantly. Immediately means without delay, instantly. Next word is picturesque. Picturesque means looking like picture. Picturesque means looking like picture, or you can say having the qualities of a picture. Such thing is called picturesque. So Ghalegaon also was picturesque to the writer. That means when writer looked at the village Ghalegaon, she found the qualities of a picture in the view of that village. Next word is exhausted. Exhausted means tired. Next word is thrilled. Thrilled means overjoyed, became happy. Next word is inhabitant. Inhabitant means people living in a particular place. Person living in a particular place. You can say people living in a particular place are called inhabitant of that particular place. Next word is hospitality. Hospitality means friendly behavior, generous behavior towards somebody is called hospitality. There are some more words which may be difficult for you, dear students. If you have such words, you can ask me calling in the number 041 590097 and 98078151112. So, I would like to repeat once again the words, difficult words with their meanings, which will appear in the passage. Travelogue is the name of this unit, means description about traveling. Memorable means worthy to be remembered. Journey means trip or traveling. Homestay means residence with the business of accommodating paying guests. Countryside means village. Scenery means view. Appeal means to be attractive. Immediately means without delay. Picturesque means looking like picture. Exhausted means tired. Thrilled means overjoyed. Inhabitant means person living in a particular place, inhabitant. And hospitality means friendly behavior. Dear students, let's return back to our text. A memorable journey from Terai to Hill. I told you that the writer of this text is from Birganj. She had thought to visit Ghalegaon in Lamjung. In one holiday, her parents made a plan to visit Ghalegaon. Her dream, the writer's dream, came true. She became glad, happy. They started their journey through the hills, and the beautiful scenery attracted the writer, appealed to the writer. That beautiful scenery of that traveling, that journey, still flashes in the memory of the writer. They spent a night at a hotel in Besisahar, and early morning they started their journey on foot from Besisahar. When they were walking through the hills, the writer felt difficult as she was a typical girl from Tarai and she had never walked in the hills. She felt difficult to walk in the up and downs of the hills. That's why her father told them to take a rest. They were traveling for 5 days from Birganj to Ghalegaon in Lamjung. There were 3 members: the writer, her father, and her mother. The writer, her father, and her mother, they took some rest at Baglung Pani at Chautara. They had a cold drink also there. Then her father asked her and her mother, isn't it an exciting journey? The writer and her mother replied, yeah, of course, very exciting journey. The writer's father pointed his finger towards a very picturesque village, very beautiful village, and asked, look at that village. It is Ghalegaon. The picture of that village looked picturesque, looked like picture, and it looked very beautiful. That beautiful picturesque village thrilled the writer. We are in the middle of the text. Sorry, we could not finish the text today, but I hope that you have understood up to now very well. I request you once again, dear students, from tomorrow you must join me with your book in your hand, and all of you are requested to join Radio Janakpur, these online classes, so that you can get more benefit in this period of lockdown. I want to give a special thanks to our technician friend, and I want to thank you all for your cooperation and support to run this program and to listen to the Radio Janakpur 97 megahertz. Have a nice day, dear students. We will meet once again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.